Ode to the city I leave behind. I pledged allegiance to a dying culture far too late. Gave my breath to resuscitating its life with every slang word my tongue could remember. A city known for chocolate skin inked on every street corner was repainted the color white before anyone knew about the eviction notice. Forced away only to live in memory and thrift stores, hanging in the appropriated section, just like everything else that's black, and only acknowledged by media when it's dead. Or when gentrification finds it like a lost dog hiding in alleyways on U Street, protecting what's left like mother, selfless when it came to her children. We black boys and girls grow from her bosom, from the corner store near Shaw Howard Station playing go-go, teaching us that buckets aren't just used for water or paint, but as drum. When there be nothing left to do, we stomp out the boredom, give life to each other before street names we didn't ask to be raised in take them away. I come from Washington, D.C., from the capital, not the one downtown, but the local carryout. I pledge allegiance to remembering my slang ain't meant for everyone to understand. That wearing my culture on my skin can sometimes be too much swag. But gentrification made me this way. Proud to grow from something that died long before I could appreciate its beauty. To bloom in chaos is to smile during your worst days, which is to say, we've been cheesing in the face of lactose intolerant neighborhoods. Chicken and mumbo sauce used to smell good on this block. Now the carryout's been whitewashed in front of us, it's new apartments. But I still got love for this city. Even if she doesn't look the same, I still cherish her memory. Like mother, she nurtured me. So now I watch over what's left of her, because if I don't, who will teach my brother where he comes from? Who will teach these white walls what color used to be here? What it used to look like? And why it'll never shine brighter than my smile when I think of sitting on the red line train, passing by Brooklyn Station, remembering what my first love felt like. Not the one that ended in high school sweetheart drama, but the one that's been long distance since leaving for Atlanta. I miss her sometimes, but she nurtures me still. She gives me life still. And I pledge allegiance to reminding her that I always come back for her, no matter how many times the colors on her walls change. A part of me feeling like if I start to believe the hype behind my newfound confidence, I can take on the obstacles that run through my mind like blood veins and arteries. So if I skip a beat, at least you know my heart in this. Please bear with me if I'm missing your calls. I'm just trying to be effective without missing the cause or the reason that I started making music at all. I'm getting even with my flaws in order to beat the odds and finally live this life within my dreams above. You ever had that one thing you've been dreaming of your whole life? You've been hustling and scheming up, trying to make it happen, but it never seems enough. Searching for the motivation when you need the love and validation. Your creations only equal up to the self-education and self-medication you taking when facing the dreams that you chasing that seem so adjacent to regular life. You stay grateful, but still you want better in life. You ever want it so bad you could taste it? Ever feeling like you the one that's destined for greatness? Ever had to struggle with your virtues after patience is running over the bases is fully loaded, they hating and waiting on you to fade like Michael Jordan and tapers at barbershop conversations? I'm searching for confirmation. I'm searching for confirmation, Lord, for everything that I've been stressing about. I feel like God is preparing me for my blessings now. I got a lot of good energy to give out and a whole lot of rap melodies to spit out. Working till the day my lungs give out. I'm working till the day that I can get out. My current situations, I got trials and tribulations left to live out. But tell me, can I beat the odds and figure out what a brother here about? On the one, Renaissance. Beat the odds.
Excuse me, Mr. 30 seconds. Or should I round it up to a minute? Because it's all it took to make you come to your senses. Caressing the foreskins of your emotions, only to smell the stink of your previously forced ejaculations, having forgotten to clean up before you met me. And you expect to inject your preschool ruler into my 90-degree arch. When Keisha's still on your mind, time, and Amazon Prime. In the meantime, you can't give 2 cents to a dime. As she refocuses her mind, no manual properly loves her, embodies her. Her body gains bodies of wet niggas with the juice. In her mind, 3 or 4 means you have holes in each corner of your cage, and 5 or 6 means you're in the player's range, but at 10, dimes, pennies get spread so far apart that it feels like loose change. It's funny, because niggas promote cheapness, be the first to call a woman a hoe. Or she don't slide through at 2 a.m., she's a boring hoe, cause AM stands for always manageable, when he can always miss me with that bullshit, cause I'm not unwrapping my hair for no man. No, it ain't happening. It's crazy how you pathetic excuses for men spend more time trying to woo other men for assurance of identity, viewing the woo in woman as an add-on rather than examining man for its missing piece. Fuck it. I'll put my piece in the back of your head and you'll smile like we're taking a silly picture. Picture your brains being exposed to sunlight. Y'all niggas stupid. Ask out what's 11 plus 2, you'll tell me 112 Cupid. Y'all thought this shit escalated quick? Well, that's what happened when you turned the woman to a common chick, a queen to a quick lick, forcing pills on our throat because you couldn't handle your own dick. Mr. 30 seconds, come on now, don't trip. It was good while it lasted, even with your little ass dick.
What does it take to be a god? When every dream you've had comes true and your art's painted in the perfect hue. When every great day you've lived can't help but be two, and your heart doesn't pause at the sight of another. And all the thoughts you've ever had don't mind coming home to mother, and a clock ticks just for you. When you whisper upon a stage and the crowd applauds, and if you visit a hospital, you're supporting the cause. When your ego is what the universe orbits and every breath you take is a sign of ignorance, man, you're God. Cause you don't need infinite wisdom to see my scars. I mean, I can see I was sick from afar. But one day I scurry towards your throne, every one of my jagged teeth won't come alone. When I tear down the walls of your home, you'll see where the sun has never shone. I'm talking about the place where popping pills is a pastime, and the only way to get by is to get high. I'm talking about the corners where stillborns are conceived nightly, and the pastor only believes slightly. I speak of the place where it's a sin to speak of. When I saw my mom spitting blood, was that time I caught Uncle John doing some things to Melissa I ain't never seen before. I'm from the utopia where you're a moron if your doors ain't locked and the currency is crack rocks. I'm from the peaceful valley where the place of death is a dark alley and every other brother claims he runs the streets. I'm from the place where that same brother died next week. Don't you dare try to speak, cause you could see I was sick from afar. Weren't you the one to lock medicine jars behind bars? Weren't you the one that said you knew the type of people we are? Weren't you the ones that said every piece of flint and steel can make stars? Don't think for a second your Tumblr's gonna hide where I'm from, bruh. Don't imagine that your Facebook can keep it safe from 8 crooks, and on my block of Twitter is a spitter that gets realer every time he pays a dealer. Now I understand how much you think you're worth it, and every dollar bill your parents pay says you're perfect, but I'm here to say you ain't worth spit. And every time you get down on your knees, put your hands together and say please. You're speaking to me. And my shoes will never get clean, so why should yours be? Oh, you got red slippers like Dorothy? My apologies. I didn't know you were worth more than me.
I've become accustomed to taking a backseat to the revolution because Black Lives Matter views Black women as an afterthought. As if I don't deal with the same oppression as you. As if I don't deal with the same hatred from you. Black boys with jeweled smiles and crooked crowns are always at the wrong place at the wrong time. But Black girls with banging bodies get Bangkok into baby boomers. Or silence when stilettos start skipping past alleyways. And it's so exhausting to constantly hold up a kingdom that thinks it can be run without you. Sick of being queen to a king who only views me as trophy, as showgirl, as someone to bring out when company comes. Like, how dare you think I don't deserve a seat at the table when I birthed the ones who will sit around it and prepare the meals their bodies will feast on. And what is my body if not a feast? Nourishment for anything other than myself. And I've been so busy keeping tabs on all the Black boys that I didn't even notice the bits and pieces of myself being bought and sold from ransom. Black boys don't care when I go missing. Can't stomach the strength to say my name. Say it doesn't crumble easily enough between their teeth. Not as easy to swallow as a Kardashian, but I'm the first one at all the rallies. Comfort the mamas and the babies that just lost their fathers. Scrape the blood off the ground after the bodies are no longer being bombed and it hurts. To think that one day I'll be blessed enough to birth a beautiful little black boy who will erase my name from his history book. As if history didn't come from her story. Like I wasn't in the streets marching and fighting and ranting for his life so that he'd never have to feel like an afterthought. So I'm done being the backbone to a man or America who doesn't have the strength to stand on their own 2 feet. So the black men across the country, believe me when I say that I will always have love for you. But when it comes down to a fight for equality and visibility, what's love got to do with it?
The vibe that I represent, you can't duplicate. And if you're hating on a brother, well, you should hate. I love myself, I love God, and I love to create. Keep your hating at a distance and stay in your place. A whole lot of food up on my plate. I play the game how it's played. Sometimes you gotta cut the hearts with the spades. All these jokers in the club, they know I'm the real king. I'm still searching for my beautiful queen. My partner Tony told me, before you blow, remember everyone who came with you. Van Gogh, hands on the way I paint pictures. It's so vivid though, I won't give you my ear. I give a piece of my soul for everyone to hear. In the hopes that we can heal the minds of our peers with the music that we make before time disappears. Remind yourself this here, that you are powerful and great instead of dying in your fears. Can anybody relate? I am Renaissance. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching yet another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed me doing the different things during the Poetry Slam. It's truly been an honor working with all of these great artists. So the steps to vote are simple. 1, subscribe to the channel. 2, like the video. And 3, comment who you liked best or who you think had the best performance under the video in the comment section. So I say thank you so much, really appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. Truly my pleasure being able to push content and push such great artists because they're awesome and they're phenomenal, and working with them is truly a pleasure of mine. Thank you again, and the rules should be coming up after or before. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but thank you so much for watching, and keep watching, subscribe. Step 1, you subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to The Robert Rucker, and then you like the video, and then you comment who you believe had the best performance under in the comment section of the video. Simple. And step 4, you can always share.